Good morning, kids, teenagers and adults, ladies and gentlemen, and earthlings on channel beaming in from channel 4 to all you lovely earthlings out there on planet Earth. Peace, love, light. Remember that laughter too. Let it all flow in, the cosmic energy, let it all flow in. And remember what we say. Don't go against the flow and become the flow. Well, good morning to each and every one of you. There's a few things going out there in the world, isn't there? Lots and lots and lots and lots. Remember I was talking about Jupiter the other day? His name was also known as Jove. Juliet, October, Victory, Echo, Jove. Bit like love, isn't it? And then his wife was June, this Greek mythology. Remember he had many children, but the children he had, I think, with June, I believe, was Minerva, which my parents were on Minerva Road out there at Campbelltown on their property. And their neighbours were, just happened to be, Laos monks, Laos, and I knew the monks very, very, very well. And campaign, if you're listening, hi once again. So Jove and June's children, Minerva, Diana and Mars. And you should know what Mars, planet of war, because it is a battle of good over evil. Remember, show no fear. Have courage and pushing out your positive energy, casting out all your negativity, and then push out your positive energy. Well, it's a great day. It's a Saturday. And also, I should have told you this before, I was born on Wednesday, which is Woden's Day, which of course, Woden, everyone should know what Woden is, your Norse mythology. Okay, Woden's Day. That's what Wednesday originated out of. Woden's Day. Okay, so what else can we talk about? I haven't got much really to say, which is a blessing in disguise, isn't it? No news is good news. I did mention about that Murray-Darling Basin corruption all over the place with Penny Wong, Barnaby Joyce. There's a bloke just, Newman, I think it was. I think he just got his judgment off the judiciary the other day. That's about it, you know, like, oh, well, Barnaby Joyce swore on the Bible, I guess, an oath on the Bible, but it's the one whose hand didn't burn. But he'll be having terrible dreams. And what do I say? A dream to some and a nightmare to others. And you think you get away with stuff and shit in this life, and maybe, and perhaps you do, but in the afterlife, you think the consequences here is like a playground compared to what's going to happen to you in the afterlife. And Mr. Louis Cypher, he's got great, great plans for those bad, bad, bad people up here. And I wouldn't like to be the bad people here because, yeah, you're going to be answering for all those crimes and so forth you've done up here on this plane. And unfortunately, I spoke on this plane, we need the money on this plane. Even Incubus needs the money on this plane. And that's how unfortunate it is until we come up with a new system and a new currency. And I said the other day that you don't let the money control you. You control the money and just learn how to be comfortable. You be comfortable. And all that misinformation out there, which is owned, mass media is owned, as you should know, and corporations are all, I'm pretty sure the government's a corporation now. That's got an ABN number. Anything with an ABN number is a corporation, is it not? Just unfortunate how the world's gone, but you have a prince here now to fix things. As I said, I'm here for you guys to assist and help up to the next levels, your spirituality. Don't confuse it with anything else. It's spirituality. And it's all about going up into your higher consciousness. And you'll see, as I'm an executioner of illusions, so you guys can have a rebirth, regenerate in your passion and transformation. And it's going to be bigger things happening. I create, I regenerate. It's all good, isn't it? Just the waiting game. And you could treat it like a game. Strategy, tactitional. It's all that. As I said. And it's put it right in front of you, because a leader, what is a leader? Look up what a leader is. A leader leads from the front. He doesn't hide under beds or jump in closets or friggin' under the sheets. He leads you with strength. He gives you strength and courage. The dark side of, and the deep state of this government, and as I said, it's not all. There's still good left. There's many good people left. We just have to find them. And they have to step into the light. And as I said, help me come forward if your fellow colleague in high places is doing criminal activity to report him. Hang on. Phone call coming in. Beautiful mate, Sean. I'll ring him back later. Hi, Sean. I'll ring you back later, mate. I'm just doing this video. Yeah, so what we were discussing then, all about your higher consciousness and your higher enlightenment, wasn't it? And me assisting you and helping you to get to these levels. And we talk about the Akashic records. What about Archangel Raphael? Another beautiful archangel, isn't he? All right, I've got to get going. I've got breakfast to have and so forth. What have we got here? I think we've had this before. Be honest with yourselves. Be honest with yourselves. Kicking up your heels. Inner child we've had. Detoxification. New location. Miracle healing. And you've heard of this one too, pragmatic. Pragmatism. Okay, and what have we got here too? Problem resolved. What card's on the last one? Remember your beauty? Beauty? Remember, you're beautiful out there. Please don't self-harm yourself because you're beautiful. Beautiful. All walks of life, you're beautiful. No self-harming. There is no need for it. You are beautiful. Affirmation. I have a beauty within, without, as above, so below. And that's being honest with yourselves, okay? And a lot of people in that government's departments and bureaucratics, organisations, definitely not. And as I said, the further we progress forward, the further we can change things for the better. Because we heapsly need it. Lovely jobly. Okie dokie. Be honest with yourself. Put the fairies away back in their box. Hope everyone's out there health-wise and well-being. And I hope you're kicking your heels up and dancing and laughter, as I told you before. I'll show you a little picture of me and my brothers when we were younger. Yeah, that's try and get the light off it. Okay, you got Craig, me, Todd, and then you got Anthony. As I say, children, babies, so innocent, so don't spread that hatred. Bring them up with love, joy and happiness. And teach them what is right and what is wrong. And discipline and punishment, not abuse, punishment. That's why the deep state government, the cabal, the gangsters in government, will twist everything around and use supply and demand like they're doing now, supply and demand with houses. And they're bringing in criminals. Yes, it's immigration, but it's the wrong immigration, isn't it? They're bringing in ones that go against our culture and our ways of life. They should respect the rules in play in any country, any adopted country you go to. As I said, I would. If I went over to Saudi Arabia or China, I'd learn their language. Definitely wouldn't disobey their rules they have there, that's for sure. And that's the problem there. Why don't these Muslims go over to China? Nah, because they know China has discipline and they're not even allowed to practice their faith there. We're too lenient in Australia. All the Western world is too lenient. Way too lenient because they've played on our weakness and now we've become strong and now we push back. And that's what they don't like, because then once we start saying stuff about, well, any race here, and be buggered if I can, how can you be called racist in your own country? There can be malice. I don't expect any malice, but just mention Muslim or the black fella or the white fella over there or the yellow fella, or he's got green eyes or white hair or black hair, and it's not racism. It's not racism. That law would be null and void. Racism and discrimination would be null and void. As I say and said, there's laws for that, and it's called assault or verbal abuse. Or malice, as I just said. It could be vulgar malice. But things just said in jest and that with your fellow friend and that, like, keep the third parties out of it. Third party's not even involved when you're talking to someone, you know, in a matter of presence. Especially your mate. And then a third party comes over and goes, oh, what are you talking to? It's like, you're joking. Always maintain your sense of humour. I've said that to you beautiful viewers out there too. Beautiful followers, if you wish, and that's what you wish to do. Follow a true leader, a natural born leader, by birthright and divine authority. And I'll put the rule of law back out there, because the rule of law has been changed by these gangsters in government, dark gangsters with dark money. All right, we've got to make it a beautiful place again. Pragmatic just came to me. The pragmatic Scorpion. Pragmatic magnetize. Got to make the world a beautiful place too, not just Australia. But Australia comes first. And whoever requires our services from them. Because I tell you what, once you catch on to who I truly am, you're going to be in awe, amazed, and be going, wow. And then when the penny drops, it's like, oh, let's do this. What are we waiting for? People power, the masses. And it's time to tidy up. Chuck out the trash. Okie dokie. Anyway, hope your spirituality's going, your spiritual side's going good now, and you're rising. As I said, I rise, others arise. And this is how it all works for our spirituality, pushing the positive energy there. And going after this negative, dark energy. And it's all about change and transformation. And we're in that transitional stage. See, set the stage. I mean, if you want to be in this movie, it's quite easy. There's no auditions. As I was saying to you before, art imitating reality and reality imitating art. And this is my realm, because I'm capable of creating realms. That's why that upstairs gave me the crown to do this and do new sovereignty, the whole lot. New beginnings. New beginnings. I tell you, this prince sitting out here, I am the throne, and loves each and every one of yous out there, all walks of life. Yous are all beautiful, yous are all wonderful, and we just have to get this show on the road. Get rid of those dark clowns. Had enough of the dark clowns, haven't you guys? I have, and I am ready. I'm ready to serve you guys. That's my public service to you beautiful viewers out there. All right, I'm going to go. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Amen. Do take care out there and stay safe. And God bless.